Time for another weekly market analysis and forecast. This is for week number 25 out of 52. It's a shortened week this week with the market closed on the holiday on Monday. And so really we're just looking at June 20th through the 23rd. And since we're right about the middle of the year here, let's just take a quick peek and see where we're at year to date. QQQ, the NASDAQ, leading the charge by a lot, up 39+%. Second place is way down at 14.7%. That's the S&P 500. And the IWM up almost 8%. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average pretty much just a snooze fest at 4%. But what a difference. Come on, seriously, 4%? And the NASDAQ's up almost 40? Goodness, what a difference. Well, there you go. How about that? All right, moving right along. Let's take a quick peek here at the S&P 500 ETF SPY. Starting off with the monthly chart. Price is right now in that bearish area and that resistance over there on the left. So the most likely outcome is sometime fairly soon here we should start to see a retracement, a pullback, a reversal here. So it definitely is bullish right now. It has good bullish momentum as well. So it could go a little bit higher, of course. But we are in that overhead resistance, so we should start to see some selling pressure start to come in here fairly soon. Bulls are still in control, though. If you are in long positions, a good time to tighten up those stops or sell a portion of your position or sell the whole thing, depending on what you're in and what your targets are and all that stuff. But being in a very decent resistance area here to the left, not a bad place to take some profit. On the weekly chart, you can see it even more clearly here. We really have two areas of resistance there on the left. So again, good place to take some profit while we're there. Bearish location, but a bullish directional move on here. Again, the bulls are in control of this market. They're pushing price higher and higher. You got your higher highs, higher lows, nice strong rallies in place here, strong breakouts continuing, and so on. So we do have some fairly solid resistance over there on the left. So like I said before, expect a reversal somewhat fairly soon here, as early as this week, really. And so again, good time to take some profit if you have a decent amount of profit in any long positions right now. If you're looking to get short, you probably won't have to wait very long. We're in the right location, that's for sure. And if we look to the daily chart, you'll see my possible outcomes and probable outcomes and so on. So again, definite bullish commitment right now. Look for strong stocks that have these similar patterns if you're looking to buy. But personally, I would say, no, don't buy just yet. We're pretty extended right now. Wait for price to pull back. It's just too extended at the moment. And it's also in that weekly and monthly resistance area. You know, being extended is one thing. Prices can still keep going higher, even though price looks extended. That happens. We've seen that, especially in the tech arena. But when you start adding up the factors of it being extended and in weekly resistance and in monthly resistance and all these other bearish factors, the probability of a pretty strong pullback is just more and more likely. So I put on here number one, yes, it's possible price goes higher, although not likely. Number two, to have more of a shallow pullback and maybe settle in around that 430-ish area, maybe like 427 or so, and then, you know, bounces from there and heads a little higher. So that's definitely possible. And actually, if you're looking to get into a short position on SPY or any other related stocks there, that would actually make a pretty good first target, at least to exit a portion of your position. Again, that's right around 427, 428 or so. But the most likely scenario here, and the one that I'm really looking for in this, is that price has a deeper pullback down to about that 410 to 420 area right there. You can see we got two bullish areas. So that's really the more likely scenario, and that's stronger support there anyway. And so, you know, if I could actually write my own script here, that's what I would want to see, is price has a deeper pullback going in there for the rest of the month. And then we start July off at a nice area of support and we have a nice strong rally into July, which is normally quite bullish actually for the tech sector, so keep that in mind for you seasonality fans. Oh, look, a free trading community. Link is in the description below. How about that? What a great find. Who doesn't like free? That's a hint. Okay, moving on. NASDAQ 100 ETF, the QQQ. Here we go. Boy, this one's been really strong lately here. So price has now come up into that bearish area. In fact, it just, if you can see it, I'll zoom in here. If you can see the wick, the top wick or that top tail on the current month candle, it actually broke through that lower bearish area, now has penetrated into that upper bearish area just barely, but it made it. So good for the NASDAQ. I put in some probable outcomes here, and really the more likely scenario is price is going to, start to drop here somewhat pretty soon. And, we're in the right location for it, that's for sure. Although with the strong amount of momentum behind this thing here, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually goes a little bit higher, at least maybe that 380, 390 area, and then has its pullback. I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for this, for a potential reversal play on this. But as right now, the bulls are definitely in control of this market. They have the momentum, they have the power and the force pushing this higher and higher and higher. So if you're in any long positions, I will say probably a pretty decent time to start looking to either tighten up those stops, lock in those profits, or at least exit a portion of your position in profit. And you can actually see that a little better here on the weekly chart. Price has gone into that upper bearish area there, pretty much cracked through that lower bearish area. Not really decisively though, but you can see it actually did have the price pierce through it with that wick on the current week candle here. So on this one here, looking for either shorting opportunities. We're not buying right now. We're not going to buy in a major bearish area, that's for sure, especially when price is really extended like it is right now. You can see that on the chart, these big, strong blue candles just going higher and higher, almost vertical, really. So price is definitely extended. Retracement's on the way. We don't know when. Nobody does. But statistically speaking, you're going to get your retracement pretty darn soon here because you're in resistance and price is extended. We're a long, long, long ways away from any meaningful support. And I put that down there. You got a bullish area of about 320 or so. That's a pretty strong, solid bullish area. So if price gets down there anytime soon, that'd be a pretty good buying opportunity. So really, if you're looking this from a way to play both sides, you could be looking for these shorting opportunities right up here in this resistance area where we're at, and play it all the way down to about that 325 area or so. It'd be a good, solid target for you short bearish traders, and then start looking for bullish opportunities around that 320 support area. Should be a good play for us. That's what I'm keeping my eyes open for anyway. And then on the daily chart, really kind of what we're just talking about. Hey, look, bulls are in control. You can see that higher highs, higher low. Bulls definitely have the power, the force, the momentum. They've got full control of this chessboard here. So they're pushing up price higher and higher and higher. I also put down here several different support areas or bullish, potential buy zones. The one at 350, really more mild bullish, meaning, yeah, you'll probably get a little bounce there. But what I want to see is a lot of buying power and pressure coming in at a certain price area to make sure price really rallies higher out of that, not just a little bounce. Bounces might be great if you're doing a short-term credit spread or something, but, look, we really want to see a big move out of this thing, And then down lower at around that 320 area, you can see there's some more stronger bullish areas. And that's really what I'm looking for. Now, obviously, it's going to have to come down quite a bit to get there. And at some point, it probably will. But as of right now, the most recent bullish area is right there about 350. So if it gets down there, what I would do instead of buying the QQQ, I'd actually go look to see which one of the tech stocks are the strongest at that time when QQQ comes down to that 350 area, and then start looking to buy or take bullish positions on those other tech stocks that have better setups, that are just simply stronger stocks. So that's what I'm looking for on this particular trade. Stay tuned for weekly market updates, and 2.0 edition of our Trader's Resource Guide is now available. Head on over to tradertactics.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless and good trading. We'll see you next week.